to 3.12, Chancellors Report.
Well, thank you so much, trustees. Happy August, everyone. Welcome back. It's good to be with you all. We're going to start tonight's Chancellor's Report with reports from our college presidents. I'll first start with Dr. David Johnson from Meritt College.
Good evening, Chancellor Gilkerson, President Gonzalez-Brito, board members, our newest student trustee, colleagues, and community. You have my report, so I'm going to be very, very brief. Keep this thing moving, just highlight a couple of things. Meritt College Express enrollment. We had our first one this last Friday, and we have our last one this Friday from 9 to 2. We invite everyone to come on out. We're going to have, the focus is going to be obviously helping students with enrollment, financial aid, counseling, orientation. We're going to have campus tours, we're going to have food and music, and it's really a great opportunity to welcome the students back, put on a good show, a good face, and get them excited about the academic journey that they are about to embark upon. So we'd like to see everyone there if they could make it. Also, I want to encourage, we're having a student athlete orientation on August 22nd at 2:30. And again, encouraging people to come. Athletics is, I think, a very important part of this district in a certain sense. They are our ambassadors to the community. Oftentimes they're our most visible students. And if we believe in the credo that we are educating students and helping them to improve mind, soul, and body, it's important that they know that we support them. And oftentimes, the interesting thing is that they're some of our best students because they're focused on transfer. Open invitation for you all to attend that. I also want to call briefly attention to one of our students in histotechnology. She just got the first internship. We were developing an internship with Genetech, and she was able to secure an internship this summer. I don't want to give all of her information in terms of she was making good money, but she was making good money, so we're very happy about that. She got a $4,000 signing bonus to participate in that internship. So good things afoot in terms of that. And finally, just giving a kind encouragement. There's several items of interest for Meritt College on the consent agenda. Just a couple of ones that I want to highlight. Thank you for considering Ms. Isela Santana, working with the UC Regents to lead training for the statewide Puente project. That's something I brought up a couple of times. It's about to come to fruition. I'd like to thank you for hopefully ratifying Meritt's acceptance of a $1.54 million grant, juvenile justice, which is going to support justice-impacted students. And lastly, as we finally transition from being Thunderbirds to Panthers, we're doing a gym remaking of our gym. So it just says the Merritt Panthers, and removing that last vestiges of Thunderbirds. So with that, I will conclude my report.
Thank you so much, President Johnson. I'll now move to Dr. Denise Richardson, President of Berkeley City College.
Good evening, Chancellor Gilkerson, Board President Gonzalez-Brito, colleagues, students, and members of the community. As was noted in our board report, last week we had a farewell celebration for John Nguyen, our Associate Dean of Student Engagement and Basic Needs. Now, John is quite the superstar at Berkeley City College, so we are going to miss him terribly. But we are also very excited that he's moving over to College of Alameda to be their Dean of Enrollment. John's professionalism and his unwavering commitment to students have made him a bit of a legend at BCC. So much so that during graduation celebrations, he got many, many shout outs, and endorsements in education don't get much better than that. Needless to say, John will be greatly missed by the BCC community. This morning, BCC hosted the Basic Needs Alliance regional meeting, and it was a huge success. So we were excited to have such an amazing, diverse group of professionals on our campus, and we were particularly excited that our Chancellor, Dr. Tammeil Gilkerson, took time out of her very busy day to join us. These professionals are truly on the front line, removing barriers and creating a path forwards for some of our most vulnerable students. And of course, John stayed at BCC today just so that he could host this event along with our awesome Basic Needs Director, Izzy Villanueva. Lastly, I'm pleased to share that BCC has had a very strong summer term, reaching 103.30% of our targeted FTES, ending with a total of 369 FTES, which is 26.4 more than we did last summer. So we're very excited about that. This coming Friday, we'll have Flex Day at BCC, where the theme of the day will be Equity in Motion. Thank you. That concludes my report for BCC.
Thank you so much, President Richardson. We'll now turn it over to Dr. Rudy Besikof, President of Laney College.
Good evening, Chancellor Gilkerson, President Gonzalez Brito, members of the governing board, colleagues in education, and of course, our valued students and community members. I'd like to start my report off this evening by thanking those on the Laney campus who took part in Saturday's first of our two one-stop Saturdays. We had numbers approaching 100 students that came and signed up, which was great. And we are gearing up for this coming Saturday's One-Stop Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and anticipate a large turnout. Also, as we go into the new semester, one of the great events we have takes place on August 20th from 11:30 to 1:30, which is our resource fair, which is part of our welcome week at Laney College for our students. And often in my board reports, I'm always excited to share external partners that come on board. And among the external agencies providing resources to our students this time, we are very pleased to welcome the Salvation Army, who will also be providing resources to our students about basic needs. Staying in the spirit of partners, though, I'd like to give a big shout out to PepsiCo. Just this past summer, they, first of all, on a smaller scale, but an important scale, they hired one of our machine technology graduates, and I want to extend congratulations to Miguel Mejia just for this opportunity. But more importantly, like so many of our industry partners, they're really just kind of joining hands with us. Along the way, the message has been, we want to hire your students, but we want them to stay in your programs until we graduate. It's been great. But in this latest step, what we've actually seen is PepsiCo say, you know what, we also want to be part of your industry advisory boards. And I'm so pleased to report that they've actually committed to serve on our new Artificial Intelligence Advisory Board, as well as our EET, or Electricity and Electronics and Technology Advisory Boards. And I think it's something that's great and lies ahead, and I want to extend congratulations to all of our colleagues in career and technical education under the leadership of Dean Alejandria Tomas. Finally, next week I'm very pleased about some work that is going to come to fruition on Monday. This past year, to support the efforts of at Laney College for LGBTQIA+ students and employees, we've had something over the years called the Lavender Project. And we took the step this past year of hiring a coordinator for Lavender Outreach, Professor Yi Ren in the ESOL department. And a lot of this work is really going to attain instant gratification on Monday with the opening in Student Center 300 of our Laney Queer Center. This is something of great significance to us. It's something that's very important that shows we support our students, and really just a lot of efforts that came not only through the leadership of Professor Wren, but also a lot of our colleagues who make up the Lavender community on our campus. So with that exciting news today, I'll go ahead and conclude my report.
Thank you so much, President Besikof. And now I'm pleased to have Melanie Dixon, President of College of Alameda, join us for her very first
Indeed.
meeting.
Thank
so,
you.
President Dixon.
Thank you, Chancellor Gilkerson and President Gonzalez Brito and the rest of the board members, as well as our esteemed faculty and classified professionals and community. I am so excited to be here this evening. It has been a wonderful journey thus far since July 15th at College of Alameda. And I want to share what is also included in your report is many of the events similar to my colleagues here that we brought our prospective students and new students that are entering College of Alameda for the first time. And fall. So in July 25th, we had an event, our Committed Day, and an orientation on the same day, where we served close to 90 students, many of those students moving through the matriculation process as we speak. Really excited to have those students on campus, very diverse interests in our programs, and one of the most popular is our STEM program, and I think that's a really great segue into another event that we had over the summer, which was a pilot program for STEM, and really focusing on sciences in our particular area, and we had students that came from community-based organizations in Oakland and around the Bay Area, but specifically Oakland Unified School District participated. And so this program had faculty members supporting classroom experiences, hands-on experience with our students in lab spaces, worked on counseling with students. Some of those students were in the K-8 environment, but most of them were high school students. So we're continuing this program, revamping that grant again, in hope of continued partnership with our Oakland Unified School District and other community-based partners. The exciting part about this particular program is that our students receive funding for participating in this summer bridge activity. And so $2,000 was provided to the students for completion of the 4 weeks of this program to be able to provide things in preparation for the start of school, but also for those high school students that will be joining us again in fall to continue their learning in STEM programs. So I would just give a huge shout out to our faculty that supported this program over the summer, engaged our students, created a very hands-on experience of engagement, and I really appreciated it and had an opportunity to join the lab spaces with them and see that work in action. We also had an opportunity to close out this particular summer program with Superintendent Tony Thurmond came and visited us and met with the students, and more importantly, committed to continuing this partnership beyond this year. So we look forward to continuing to support this particular population and the programs, and certainly bringing those students back to our campus in fall. I think the other things that I would share with you is there's an exciting partnership that we're having around food services with one of our business owners in Alameda. And so we partnered with them to figure out how we can bring food back and keep our students on campus. And this particular partner is interested in working with our workforce development program to create an entrepreneurship pipeline and ensuring that students are paid while they're working on campus in food services. So we're really excited about that. It has been a need and a desire for quite some time. So with that, I will conclude my report, and thank you so much for the warm welcome today.
It's always so great to hear from our college presidents and the colleges about what's going on. And now we'll go ahead and start my brief Chancellor's Report. So, you know, you saw President Dixon here, and you'll see our CEO talking pretty soon about the adopted budget. Before we left for summer break, you graciously approved the hire of 3 key administrators, and I want to thank you again for your consideration. I'm pleased to share my July was spent onboarding and welcoming Ms. Melanie Dixon, President of College of Alameda, Mr. Greg Nelson as the Deputy Chancellor and Chief Operating Officer, and Mr. Abdul Pridgen as the Interim Executive Director of Public Safety. They've all hit the ground running. And for you out there in the community, I've just got to say how thrilled I am that they're here. But if you haven't had a chance to get to know them or meet them, there are some great video introductions of them on the district website. So you can see that on the Peralta Colleges YouTube channel. So love your future fall enrollment 2024. As we near the start of the fall 2024 semester, I want to give you a very quick update on the promotional efforts to drive enrollment that is being managed by our award-winning Department of Marketing, Communications, and Public Relations. We had a great summer with enrollment headcounts up 1.5% over last year. We'll take every percentage point we can. So we have some positive momentum heading into our fall. Our theme is Love Your Future, with ads running all over 6 city service area in English and in Spanish. At the end of July, a postcard printed was sent via United States Postal Service. We've got to give some love to the USPS to approximately 288,000 residential addresses in Albany, Emeryville, Alameda, Berkeley, Oakland, and Piedmont. This postcard was created in collaboration with representatives from each college and emphasized the outstanding world-class professors who love to teach. Marcus Creel, the district's graphic design specialist, created scores of college branded ads of varying shapes and sizes, which have been running on a wide range of digital platforms, including websites, gaming apps, social media networks, including Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, and Twitch. And we also created in-house videos by Angel Hunter, our video production specialist. Angel is the narrator on the English videos and worked with Natalie Rodriguez, Director of Student Activities and Campus Life at the College of Alameda, who translated and narrated the Spanish versions. The videos are running on YouTube, TikTok, and Over the Top, OTT on Amazon Prime, again with geographic targeting, geofencing as it's called, for our service area. So far, the results are promising. Our headcount for fall 2024 enrollment as of Monday, August 12th was 16,778 compared with 14,351 on the same date last year. Let's just, well over a 10% increase. Several of the colleges have one-stop enrollment events on Saturday that you heard about, and the district office has been promoting those via social media. So we are cautiously optimistic, actually I'm always hope-filled, that the enrollment growth pattern we've seen over the past 2 years will continue this fall. Earlier this year, we announced the new Strength and Synergy 3-part professional development symposium series for Peralta classified professionals. I'm thrilled to report we held the first part of the series on July 10th at Meritt College. The focus of the symposium was reigniting our passion and featured a keynote address by Dr. Abdi Malik Bull, visiting executive of educational excellence at the State Chancellor's Office. Dr. Bull is an really inspiring and exceptional leader, and I was thrilled to have him participate. Folks were so energized by his words and his just presence. Even though he had torn his Achilles, he still came and online spoke to us all. We handed out copies of Dare to Lead, which we're now reading together in reading groups set up at each of the colleges and the district service center. As it says in the book, leadership, quote, leadership is not about titles, status, and wielding power. A leader is anyone who takes responsibility for recognizing the potential in people and ideas and has the courage to develop that potential, unquote. We already know that there are outstanding leaders among the ranks of classified professionals here in the district, and we look no farther than the amazing planning team who helped pull off this effort. Angela Kimball from the College of Alameda, Brandy Howard here at the District Service Center, Hope Lane, Laney College, Jamila Salai, Meritt College, Louis Martirez E. McFarland from College of Alameda were some on the planning committee. So we look forward to what else continues to emerge from our classified professionals and their inspirational leadership. On Thursday, August 9th, we hosted a potluck lunch in the district atrium. Y'all know I love some food, and it was prepared. The spread was absolutely amazing. We had baby back ribs from Greg Nelson, slow cooked right here in the district kitchen. Macaroni and cheese from Tanisa Dickerson and benefits, collard greens from Lenora Tucker in HR, green beans, hummus, and chili from the marketing team, and so much more. Everything, I got to tell you, everybody was like, Chancellor, try this, Chancellor, try this. Chancellor was very full, but very happy. Everything was so good. So thank you to everyone who shared their culinary skills and to those who shared their spouse's skills or skills from a local grocery store. The marketing team in collaboration with Tashetta Henry in my office worked together to distribute Peralta branded t-shirts. It was a delightful way to celebrate the end of summer, prepare for the fall term, and build on the passion, purpose, and possibilities within our community. And I love those pictures. Earlier this year, we held a listening session for all stakeholders involved in the contract approval process and generated a tremendous amount of input on how we could improve the contracts process here at Peralta. On Friday, August 9th, we held a follow-up meeting at the Laney Fieldhouse to share how that initial feedback is being reshaping the contracts process as we speak. I want to thank the team involved in organizing and presenting the contracts workshop, and they really worked together for a very long time to help bring in and usher in some of these improvements we're going to see over the next semester. So Shasha Amiri Nair, Brandy Howard, Arlene Lontak, Shanova Berry, John Hebert, Seraphine Nizom, Shalon Rogers, Marla Williams-Powell, Antoine Meuli. I did it, Meuli. Okay, I'm trying. Greg Nelson, and outside legal counsel Rachel Brilliant and Erica Curls Bartlett. People were, I mean, could you get excited about contracts? I gotta say, people were excited about many of the changes announced to help expedite the approval process, including streamlining vendor onboarding and the payment process, new contract templates for service agreements, and greatly expanded notifications throughout the workflow. But we all realize what? There is much more to be done, and it will take time for us to build this out. And so we have a plan over the fall term to build this out. We held, thank you, President Goldstein, for talking about this, but we held a budget town hall on Friday, August 9th. I want to thank our new Chief Operating Officer, Greg Nelson, and the finance team who hosted a virtual town hall meeting to preview the tentative adopted budget for the district, which he will be sharing with you in just a moment. The town hall was attended by over 80 employees and community members, and I gotta say, Greg, you did a pretty good job. Yeah, following up on our commitment to be more transparent and inclusive throughout the leadership, the budget development process. So I want to thank you, CEO Nelson, and the entire finance team. On Friday, the 9th was a busy day. Geez. The Office of International Education hosted a welcome event here at the District Service Center for our international students studying at the Peralta Colleges this fall. Director Thomas Torres-Gill and his team held a lively program full of tips, tricks, and great advice on how to navigate and thrive at the 4 colleges. Continuing the food theme, the program concluded with tasty burritos, rice and beans, chips and salsa. There were over 50 students in attendance and a few parents too. Congratulations to the International Office on the successful event, and welcome to our international students. We are so glad you're here. And I will follow up just quickly on the comment that Dr. Richardson said about BCC today. Earlier today, I had the pleasure of visiting Berkeley City College. Thank you so much for the warm invitation, President Richardson, and participating in the Alameda County Higher Education Basic Needs Alliance meeting. These meetings happen twice a semester, rotating locations, and the meeting included representatives from CSU East Bay, UC Berkeley, the Peralta Colleges, Chabot Las Positas District, and Ohlone, the other Alameda County community colleges. With the meeting at BCC, I was joined by President Richardson, obviously, and the team, as well as the basic needs coordinators who you all saw a presentation from in the spring. Jeremy Simmons from COA, Izzy Villanueva from BCC, Katrina Santos from Laney College, and Susana Abramman from Meritt College. These meetings are really so important, as we know there is the direct linkage and intersection between the support that we provide students around their basic needs and their success here at the Peralta College. And that concludes my Chancellor's report.
Thank you, Chancellor, and thank you to the college presidents for your reports today. So with that, we'll move to item 4.1, first reading.